Good morning.
November 69er, 4 Papa Romeo, line up and wait.
We are here at Monterey Regional Airport, and we've got the Pitts Special, the S-2S. We're going to be flying in this little baby today and returning the Monterey Peninsula golf courses. And there are 18 that are within 10 miles of my house that we're going to be looking at today. And there's more just outside that area, but we're just going to primarily look at the 18 that are real close by here. Here we go. There we go. And we're going to see the first course right here off the end of the runway. The Navy was active here in the Second World War. They had the north side of the field was their side of the field. They had their planes, so the pilots going to Naval Postgraduate School could keep their currency and keep their flight pay. But they had a little course here called Monterey Pines.
Generic 4 Papa Romeo, you are not cleared to take off.
Shorter track, short golf course. And a more standard golf course was the first one built in the area, which was the old Del Monte course. Pebble Beach Company still owns it, and that is the oldest golf course west of the Mississippi. Got a hotel right there. We're going to be flying right over my house, which is right below the airplane right now. And back right here was the old Del Monte Hotel. Looks like a jet was released right behind us. And that is the, now the hotel became the Naval Postgraduate School. So that still belongs to the Navy. Here's downtown Monterey. And there's two wharfs here. There's Fisherman's Wharf that goes out right here. This is all a marina when Wharf 2 goes out. We have some moorings out in this area, but these are all slips in here. For some reason, it's underwater. So we'll add a little power here.
Monterey Tower Generic, November 5, 2 tree, Delta Mike ready for IFR departure runway, 28 right. Generic November 5, 2 tree, Delta Mike altimeter, 29er, decimal niner, 2 wind calm.
Cannery Row.
Cleared for takeoff runway, 28 right.
Country. Right along in here. The end of Cannery Row is now Julie Packard built the aquarium, famous Monterey
Cleared for
aquarium.
takeoff runway, 28 right generic, November 5, 2 tree, Delta Mike.
This belongs to Stanford. This is Hopkins Marine Station. It's owned by Stanford. Now we're over Pacific Road, Ocean View Boulevard, and in the distance here, well, first of all, downtown Pacific
Pit 7
Road.
Bravo Charlie, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
There we go. Go ahead and do that. Right
Monterey
now.
Tower Pits, 527 Bravo Charlie frequency change.
Here's the Pacific Grove Golf Course right there. And Pacific Grove, looking across at Santa Cruz up over there. Poor old John Denver met his demise right out in here, flying his long easy. So there's the Pacific Grove course. Is a little shorter than the standard course. I don't know whether it's 6,000 feet, but I'm not an expert on golf courses, although I played a lot of golf. Now
Generic
we're coming
tree,
up.
Delta Mike contact, NorCal departure on 1 tree, decimal 0. Good day.
So we got to get off that frequency so we don't get interrupted. So here's Spanish Bay, right here, a 360-room hotel, Pebble Beach Company again, and then 48 condominiums right over there. Some famous people live in there. And then when we get past, here's a 17-mile drive coming out. There's 2 holes out in here. 3 holes on the other side right there. Then we're at Monterey Peninsula Country Club, has 2 golf courses. There's their clubhouse up on top of the hill. The first was built 1920s, the Dunes course, and then the short course over here was built in, the short course comes out to here, and this is all the short course, was built in the 50s. And we have the famous Bird Rock is out here, and that's Seal Rock. Then we're coming up on Spyglass Hill, is right here, and Pebble Beach Company runs that. I believe they own that. We'll get around to see the Pebble Beach course over in here. But before we do that, we have Cypress Point. It's a real fancy club here. The famous 16th on Cypress gets right across here to that green. That's the 16th at Cypress. Clubhouse is up here, right under the tail. There's the clubhouse. A lot of famous people in there. Then we come around, again, the 17-mile drive runs along here. And I did house sit a house. Oh, we're just going by Clint's property. It would be right down in here. Possibly that's it down there. He's got a guest house down on the beach. And he's got 11 acres in there. And you just get around the corner, and right about on here is where the Lone Cypress. I house sat a house that sat right behind the tail there. That was fun. An old Mediterranean. And all this property belonged to the Crockers at one point. All along here, it's all Crocker property. Crocker was one of the big 4 that built the thing. Let's put the sun behind us a little bit. There we go. And we come around Pescadero Point. Here we're over Pebble Beach. Right there is the famous Pebble Beach Golf Course. That's the beach club we just went over. Now we're heading out. That's the 18th coming back in. But here's number 5. Number 6 is a par 5 going back up the hill here. Number 7 is a little short par 3. And then we're going to tuck in behind here. Go down Carmel Beach. We'll take one more look back at the famous Pebble Beach Golf Course. There's number 12 going up there, and then you'd go back to the clubhouse. Then we'll see downtown Carmel. And there's a Frank Lloyd Wright house that sits right down on the end of Carmel Beach here. Looks like a ship when you look at it. And, I've been in it once, and they said that used to be a golf hole there when Carmel probably had a little 9-hole course. Here's the Mission Ranch. Clint Eastwood has the Mission Ranch right down here, a famous watering hole. And you can stay for the night. There's some units to stay in. Looking out, here's the famous Point Lobos. Here's Whalers Cove down in here. And that's the Carmel River that exits into the bay right there. Now we're going to head out to Carmel Valley. And I just remembered another golf course. It's a private club that's just out here over the hill. So it's 19 golf courses that are active, and 2 that have been shut down. So there would have been over 20 golf courses. The 2 golf courses that were here, this was called. I'll have to think of what these 2 courses. That was the clubhouse right there, Rancho Cañada. That was Rancho Cañada. There's lots of retirement communities here in the valley. Here's one right here. There's one Del Mesa up on the hill, and I think this is something like Pacific. Something Pacific is up there. And then you have tennis clubs in here, and the road going out to that private course called the Preserve is out over on the other side of these hills. I almost forgot that course. Then you got Quail Lodge here. They have 220 living areas. There's condos up here on top of the hill, and then condos down alongside the river. The clubhouse is way over there. And that's a nice level golf course right in there. Quail Lodge, and then one more coming out the valley is Carmel Valley Ranch. I haven't kept count how many we've talked about. We missed Poppy Hills in Pebble Beach. That was built by the Northern California Golf Association. So if you were wanting to look down at Poppy Hills, that's not out on the ocean, which is not good or bad. They do use the course for the AT&T at this point. When it was called the Crosby, they didn't have that course. Now we're coming up out here in Carmel Valley on what is known as Carmel Valley Ranch. And we'll speed it up a little bit because the distances are growing here. There's the Carmel Valley Ranch right there. A little bit of a goat course on the 9. You go up and down the hill there. And that's a fun course. People really love that. And right back here is Clint Eastwood's golf course called Tehama, up on top of the ridge right over there. And then we're gonna duck over. It's between Carmel Valley and Monterey, right up on the ridge of this hill. These hills run on out and divide off of Highway 68, runs over to Salinas. This is Mount Toro, right here, Mount Toro. There's Salinas over there. And we're going to come out right here at Corral de Tierra, which is a private club. People love that. Then we're going to see a couple of golf courses along the Salinas Monterey Highway 68 that goes between Monterey and Salinas, about 17 miles. I'm not going to count the Salinas courses because I want to stay within 10 miles of my house, which is close to downtown Monterey. So this course here, known as Corral de Tierra, is we'll go in here closer so you can see it. It's a real nice club in there, relatively level golf course, and it's a private club. Then we're going to back out here, and we're going to fly over the famous Laguna Seca track. I think it's called WeatherTech Raceway at this point. And we have international races take place there. That's been there since the early 60s. They started by racing out in Pebble Beach, but they found that the Monterey Pine didn't move when a car hit it, and it would result in the death. Now the clubhouse is right under us here on Pasadena. And supposedly Jack Nicklaus designed that course, and then the next course right here is Laguna Seca, which is a public course right there. So we'll come back around, show you again, looking back out toward Corral de Tierra and Carmel Valley as we fly out toward Fort Ord, up to the north here. And we'll see the final two courses, which are at Fort Ord. Fort Ord is no longer a fort. We used to shoot off mortars out here. I don't think they shot off howitzers. I think they were just mortar fire that we would hear. And we see Seaside. There's Monterey back in there, Pacific Grove Point going out there, and of course the airport, Monterey Airport. So right here we're going to see the golf courses at Fort Ord, and they are operated by private corporations now. We have to find the golf courses. We'll see. Okay, now I see Highway 101. This is Jim Moore. It's kind of like a boulevard going through there, and so The Bayonet is the favorite of the two courses. The clubhouse is right here in the middle, and Black Horse is right over here. Two 18-hole golf courses. Now we're going to cut back on the power. Also in Pebble Beach, I didn't mention two courses actually in Pebble Beach. I didn't mention Peter Hay, which is a pitch and putt right near the lodge, very close to Pebble Beach golf course. And the other one again was Poppy Hills, which was up the hill from Pebble Beach golf course, not on the ocean. So what we're going to do is we're going to land at the airport out here in Fort Ord. It was called Fritchie Field when it was there. Now there's an additional seven more courses. Additionally, you go out this way, and Pajaro Dunes is out there. I called it Pajaro Dunes, but they call it Pajaro Valley Country Club. It's just past Moss Landing. You see Salinas River flows north down up the Salinas Valley and exits right into Monterey Bay. So Pajaro Dunes. There's a private club and a public club over in Salinas, right over there. And then Ridgemark is over in Hollister. That's about 25 miles away, 30 miles away. There's a course in Watsonville. There's two courses in Santa Cruz. One of them is Pasatiempo, and I can just think of the first name, Alistair Mackenzie, I believe, was the designer that designed Pasatiempo with a woman, and I forget what her name was, and he also designed the Cypress Point Club out in Pebble Beach. So we're coming in here for a landing. We're going to be a little long. I don't have flaps on this, so I guess I can kind of wig-wag it a little bit. There we go. Get it slowed down and float a little bit. There we go. I don't know, in my old age, I like to land on the right side of the runway. Okay, we aren't going to spend a lot of time here with taxiing. Let's see if we can put on the brakes. We'll just taxi off the runway here. So this is a private field. Marina, the city of Marina runs this airport at this time. There's some interesting people that go on here. One of the companies, and the buildings don't look like this. One of the companies has, I saw a Predator drone there, and I think when the Army had it, they had mostly helicopters out here. Then they'd operate down the south of the Salinas Valley, down past King City. Camp Roberts was down there where they had tanks and probably the 5-inch howitzers. And again, I'm not sure about that. And we'll come right over here and park. There's one of my favorite airplanes, which is the TBM. I don't know what the other one is. They kind of chopped off the tail. So we'll just go ahead and park right here. See if we can stop before we hit him. Hey, we did. We'll cut the engine, and we'll take a look around the Marina Airport, which again used to be called Fritchie Field. And we'll look back over at Mount Toro. We're looking down to the south at this point. And Monterey, that would be Monterey Airport back over there. See, Monterey Regional Airport, just a little bit south of here. Okay, that's your golf course tour, and I'm going to stick with it. Thanks for riding along. Bye-bye.